up.
Yeah, and that is quite strange. Of course, now that could be to bamboozle the enemy team. And that is like probably the best word that ever
Yeah.
has been invented to use for such a situation. Or just
Oh.
termite ban on Extreme site. That is actually going to be possibly haunting Supremacy. As right now, Extreme is going to be playing on the defense side first. Supremacy will most likely not ban another Heart Breacher. Indeed, that is the case. Nomad is going to get removed off the board.
Yeah, it
And,
would be like destroying your own chances of attacking by betting another Heart Destructor.
yeah, definitely. Right now,
Would you now expect also Ibana Maverick to be a very common duo?
definitely Hibana, Maverick do not actually know for sure, as Echo is going to get removed, and that means that Extreme is going to have the option to leave Mira open once again.
Ooh, last time around we did see that happen, but the mirror windows can of course be destroyed by the Ibana, and so the mirror will be taken out just to at least not give a certain target to those pellets and maybe try to push them into maybe being destroyed by a vertical play, maybe impact nades, whatever you can try.
If you can actually bait out X-Kairos pellets with a Hibana, with a Mira,
Oh yeah,
that's so much worth it.
that's true. Then just have an impact nade ready or whatever you want to
Or
do.
that, but like it's gonna be hard. Like they have one set of X-Kairos less to work with, right?
Yeah.
So less heart breach for in the trade of a mirror window being opened up. I think that's worth it. We do see a substitute. Lion will be playing in Extreme side.
Oh.
One member of Nordic goes for the 6-pick straight away onto the Pulse.
And I always thought Lion was banned. Well, here we go. Just gonna throw it out there. Supremacy will start on the offense, as we said before. And they might expect a bomb site, which is armory and lockers, but
That's
nope.
not the case.
It's going to be customs. And
yeah,
that's
with the lack of a termite.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard one, especially as all these walls are now being reinforced by Foy. Lion is just bouncing around with that pulse, and that might be a very hard job for Supremacy. They have now found out, of course, this is the bomb site they will have to fight. Yet, it is still one they can win. They just know how to approach it right.
Yeah, definitely so. They need to approach it right here because, well, termite is definitely going to be a big loss right there. And that will mean they will have to open up jail and possibly passport check with their X-Kairos pellets. There we go. Jail will be opened up. Just a crouch hole as well. So that's 2 X-Kairos pellets already being used for the first opening, which no one's actually even near yet to play. Right there, Joes, we see him well, rappel in from quite a dangerous position. Tactics in the meantime, putting down a breaching charge to open up that castle barricade right there to create a line of sight directly into the bomb site. Will he be able to pick up a frag through that though? That is going to be the question. As KSX is just moving upstairs from left to right, holding off angle 1, then holding off angle 2, hoping to pick someone up who is careless enough to rotate through.
The castle barricade is most likely open right now, yet there is no damage being dealt, as KSX is just dancing around, as you said, trying to flirt with the guys across the room, yet nobody is trying to go for it. Hot pink coming out, yet there is nobody in a position to do anything about that, as Foy, on the smoke, actually the first player to take some damage. It's probably the operator you don't want to take damage on.
No, definitely not alive. Dan picks up Yogurt. That's going to be the first frag. Once again from the top fragger of Challenger League. The second lines side are now going to get opened up. Poseidon used all 3 X-Kairos pellets, and now we see that beautiful kill right there from Tactis, taking down Foy, who was over-aggressive, so to say. Most likely we will be seeing Tactis moving in right now, and Shiro picks up a live though. There's going to be a trade frag coming in, nearly just in time. Tactis will be changing his plans right there. Wanted to use those X-Kairos pellet holes. Now will not be doing so in the process. In the meantime, Livin tries to rotate out, but could be spotted anytime soon right here by Juz. Only he will be watching that way, but instead he is going for armory control, making sure the hatch is going to be safe. Renshiro is so close to him. Will he know that he's getting stalled. So will Renshiro have the opportunity to move through the peepers unheard of, trying to get that kill into Juz? Question is, if that's going to be happening. Answer is, that is not. Blackbeard gets taken out by Lion. This is going to be a good pick on the side of XTreme, who are still pretty much in control of this round. They have all the control they need right there. Another kill comes down. Livin picks up Poseidon. And right now, it seems to be falling all apart for Supremacy, as it's only up to Juz right now in a 1-on-3 situation. And there we see the triple kill from Lion, the substitute, doing major work in the first round.
And that is something to really be happy about if you are the XTreme Video esports side. Substitutes don't always work out wonders, but if you have one that starts off with a triple kill on that pulse, not even needing his C4, you can be very happy if you're Supremacy. 1-0 for the XTreme Video esports side, as the Frenchies will now go to bathroom tellers.
What Frenchie?
The right Frenchies I was talking about.
The right ones? You should.
Yeah, they're on the right for the.
Yeah, I was just joking.
Well, we'll see the key being 6-picked out by Renshiro. And one thing we have to add as well, that he is most likely one of the most impactful fraggers for XTreme Video esports side. Always a highlighted player. He's already gotten a kill and an assist.
Yeah, definitely that kill will be helping though to Lion is the one that can truly be credited due to that triple kill right there, just holding them off left, right, and center, making sure the side could not be entered because he literally got one through all 3 entry points.
Yeah, but like, he just plays so calmly and collected, but that's also due to the termite being banned. Yep. There was no real angle he was being pressured from, yet I believe Supremacy could have maybe played more with frag nade operators, maybe rain in some nades on the position where Lion was playing. But the problem was also that they lost some players earlier on.
Yeah, that's definitely the case right there. And right now, XTreme 1-0 in front after a round that could have been lost after it basically was a 5-on-3 situation.
Yeah, it was alive, of course, with that opening frag. It was Yogurts actually to die first.
Why doesn't he get the entry frag? Maybe you should keep count of how many entry frags alive has.
I'm just gonna start at. I'm
gonna
try to
keep.
Because otherwise I'm just gonna forget. Happy you know how simple I am.
Yeah, I know.
Don't expect too much from me. My girlfriend doesn't either.
Well, I sometimes want more out of people than they can actually deliver.
Oh, a dangerous thing, but something to be grateful about if you're
oh no,
a...
no, and that's another for alive.
And
sure
that is number 2 as well. I almost forgot already. That's how simple I am. It's going to be answered by Yogurts though, as it is back into a 4-on-4. Just is
yeah, and sure though, while Livin was playing on that position, just basically hugging that wall right there after it got opened up. Now, has to be careful that... Oh, nope, no C4 on Yogurt, so doesn't have to be careful about the C4 getting tossed up right there. Just has to be careful that he's not going to get his head taken off right there as he just jumps up and down.
Didn't the players see him? Yes, Renshiro did get Poseidon. KSX will take down Foy in return though. Back to a 3-on-3. And just is still low. KSX is now moving in, and so is Tech. He still has to get back to that position, and they still have no entry point to the bomb site just yet.
That's the entire point. There's one more member playing from above right here, as the wall is just going to get sledged open right next to him. 2 frags coming down right there, bring it back to a 2-on-2. One more coming down on the side of XTreme, as Tactics is just going to get his body shot away by Lion as he drops down that hatch. Diffuser is still upstairs, but it's all going to be up to KSX in 40 seconds now to try and throw things up. Start.
Have the diffuser, 30 seconds left, no smoke to really delay the side of Supremacy in this 1v2 situation. Slowly KSX is moving down. I don't believe he actually used a scan from his Jackal, and now he will fall to Yogurts. It's his third kill of this round, meaning XTreme Video esports take this lead a little bit further, and again Lion played a key role.
Yeah, pretty well played out here though by XTreme. They held on as long as they could. And let me just finish you off right there as we see Yogurts with the double kill.
But this was Supremacy not having the intel,
Yep.
and also not really knowing how to play around certain positions Extreme Video Esports was playing.
To be fair, who the hell plays that position?
Yeah, that's true. But like also on the upper floor, there were so many players playing around there. Again, frag grenades would have helped out, and they weren't there.
That's indeed the case right here. They weren't being tossed at the right place.
Happy with those fire arrows could also flush out a certain player, but those grenades are probably more worth.
Definitely so. Well, despite the 2 entry frags from Alive, they haven't won the round yet.
That's true.
Maybe he has to try and die first. Maybe that will
reverse whatever we think is logical. Well, this time there is a Capcan on Lion, who is a very happy substitute so far. 4 kills, 2 assists, and no deaths. Want to mess up their brains even more. There is no IQ to really counter those Capcan traps.
At that side, he's 6-picked it in.
Yeah, but there's also a Sophia and an Ashe, so loads of damage.
Yeah, Ashe, of course, taking 60 damage, same as Ibana while moving through. The rest of the operators will be taking 50. But, like, the playstyle Supremacy is to just take control fast. And if they manage to get those Capcan traps on those positions, whilst they try to take control, then there's going to be some good damage you can do early on. And I'm not sure if they spotted that line, because if they didn't, then they're going to have a very, very good time.
It seems like Extreme Video Esport is trying to get that fight early on as well. And there is no real pressure from Supremacy saying, no, you can't do that. The drones aren't there to really put them out of that position they want to take. Walls are being opened, yet there is no real intel coming from them. That drone does do something, yet it will be destroyed. And it seems like they can still move across. KSX has walked into a Capcan trap, losing half his life, as you said. That means one more will probably ruin his day.
Yeah, we'll be denying his life, so to say, as they will now be aware of the fact there is going to be a Capcan present in the area, and will make them move even more cautiously.
And that also wastes time with your drones, because they're also focusing on those positions maybe being destroyed before you can spot a player.
Also, if they know there's a Capcan trap in the door, you can just contest, because there's nothing they can do. Look at how almost a wallbang kill coming down right there from Livin. As Alive once again gets the entry frag, this time onto Voy. Voy Castle dying off early on, and Tactus is now going to be cooking his grenade right there. Alive getting a second frag onto Renchiro this time. As Yogurts now only responds, takes down KSX, finally the 1-on-1 HP. But so far Extreme still has good opportunity to go on and take this round right here. As Yogurts picks up another one, doesn't spot him out right there. Tactus manages to pick up that frag before he could respond, and currently we're in a 3-on-2 situation. However, Lion is still alive, doesn't have a C4 anymore, but he's on a good position to go for potential flank. Same goes for Livin. Upstairs with the Pulse is going to have the cardiac sensor to just give away all the information that they need to try and deny this plant.
Still 1x Kairos and still 3 stun grenades left on the Ibana. But look at Lion, he's trying to move across. His diffuser is now being planted. No position for Extreme Video Esports to stop that at this moment in time. Yet they are trying to adapt, trying to distract and maybe destroy the dreams of their Frenchy friends. Poseidon is now moving out, might have the upper hand on Lion, but he will actually come in straight and get the frag. Sees another player and brings it into a 2-on-2. Suddenly very doable with 1 C4 still in hand, some good weapons to work with, and maybe even some Capcan traps that Supremacy walk into. Whoa, Tactus now takes down Liv and it's a 1v2. Just takes out Lion as well. That brings it into a 2-on-1.
I believe Sophia Mine just was shot. Look at that. That's the wrong timing right there, because at the same time Livin moved in with the Pulse, got stunned because of that. And that's what gave away his position. So, beautifully timed concussion right there from Juz. Allowed him to win that round. His Lion did whatever he could, just wasn't strong enough right there. That will bring things to a 1-on-2 situation. Still in favor of Extreme, who are playing on that favored defense side.
And they seem strong once again. Yogurts especially, just getting frags left, right, and center. but they have to get a few more. And now, because of that captain coming out once, it is going to be the IQ being picked up as well. But Extreme Video Esports is just saying, well, that was our tactic. We wanted you to pick into that IQ. We'll just go off the capcan. And good luck with that, operator. Of course, there's still Valkyrie camps to find, maybe the pulse. But still, the biggest value you wanted to get out of it is now gone.
Black cards are a pretty big value, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Could be even more valuable than taking down those EDDs, which are the entry denial devices, the capcan traps. Because those are easier to spot with the naked eye, if you're just aware of the fact that you have to watch those doorways. Black cards, not so much, because they're being hidden literally everywhere across the map.
And when inactive, the light doesn't really show
yeah, that
too
as
much.
well, so I'm not sure which one you rather have to counter with IQ.
Alright, well, let's see if Supremacy will take advantage of the before said things, as this wall is slowly being opened up. Foy is setting up to have Yogurts rotate towards him as well. Vertical angles present, but then Alive is again taking another entry frag. That's his 4th already in 4 rounds to open up the score time and time again, yet they've only won 1 out of those 3 rounds.
Yeah, definitely Alive so far doing quite a good job, but his job as entry fragger. Ash is not going to get banned, and you see another kill. That's going to be 6 kills in total right now for Alive. Just moving through, shooting left, right, and center, and Supremacy definitely has a good fragger in-house with him. Has to watch out, he's not going to get taken away at some point if Supremacy doesn't sustain themselves into Challenger League.
Well, Alive takes a 3rd frag as Lion now goes down. Livin is the one to stop him in the end, makes it a 4-on-2, yet Extreme Video Esports is now way on the back foot. The pulse and, of course, the smoke now down, meaning their late game is pretty ruined. And they still have 1 minute 30 left to work with. Supremacy is happy but should not be too antsy, as Livin will now get an angle on towards the IQ, yet doesn't know how to kill him, and that C4 does not go through that lovely framework.
Right now, last 2 players on the side of Extreme are both located upstairs, and as soon as Supremacy sees this, they should be going in with the plant. And as I say that, Livin moved downstairs, and Shiro is doing the same thing. Rotations are coming through right here. Livin, all he has to do is just jump through that window right there. Tactis though picks up 1 frag. Diffuser is going to come down right now. It's all up to Livin, who is moving in for that diffuser. Will be picking him up just at the last very second. Swaps over to Steagle. Won't be able to get that last frag onto Juz, and that will mean we are drawing things up 2-2.
And we do have to reiterate the fact that Supremacy so far has gotten every first kill in every round. Alive has been the man to do that and has gotten 3 follow-up frags as well, 2 of which were in that previous round. And that is heavy.
That's
1 man to open things up every round.
And he does that so effectively that there's just no going around it. Now Livin trying to maybe stop that with the Frost. 6 big phase though. Could still be a bamboozle coming out right here.
But then you would pick something else if it would be coming into play. Oh, that would be great. Well, now we do see the Jaeger and also the Blackbeard coming in. And that is something that might shake things up. Lion, again on a different operator, will now go for the Doc. And I do see him go for that early peak.
Yeah, definitely. As he is, of course, a sub, he will be left space to play with. As that is most likely, like if you play as a team and you bring in a sub, then most likely what you do is, play whatever you're comfortable with. We need you to perform. That's why a lot of times you see subs actually rise above, because they're playing whatever they want on whatever spot they want.
And it's unreadable by the opponents.
And the rest of the team, like members, are trying to catch up on that and fill the missing roles between themselves. And that's why sometimes subs seem so powerful, but it's actually not, because your strategy will be lacking.
Yeah, but like maybe it also makes it harder for your opponents to read into something, because you don't really do what you normally do.
That's true, but also you're one man short basically. You're just having one cannon fodder who just runs in and tries to kill people or something
The
like
only
that.
thing they say is, Lion, go kill. Lion says, we.
Oui,
And
oui,
then he
mon
dies.
ami.
Well, he's not have been the guy to die at first.
That's
so that's something positive to say the least. As XTreme Video Esports is preparing to defend against another aggressive round of Supremacy. It is alive already inside with that Ash slowly moving around, hoping to get an angle somewhere, and Lion is just above him, as the drones are not getting close enough to actually spot it out. And so K6 is again the guy to get the first damage on his body, yet he doesn't die. And XTreme Video Esports is still a bit stuck between the rock and hard place. Now it's Yogurts again dying first, but it has been answered upon by Renshiro. Alive, not the man to have the opening frag. He'll be sad about that one, but we are sure he'll probably get more.
Just open up below Renshiro right there with the M320 that he has under barreled, which will force him a little bit out of position right there, and his flashbangs are thrown in as well. Actual frag is going to be coming down from Renshiro, but he's going to get taken out by just before he can actually capitalize on that line. Then tries to trade him out. Make sure that the Hibana cannot be helped up as of yet, as Poseidon is now being helped up, I believe, by Alive. The efforts of Lion has failed.
It was KSX actually alive, still on the prowl, as Lion is just gonna heal up Livin, and that is the value of Dog already paying. Poseidon was low, now steps into a Legion mine as well, and he can't be down anymore. He was already down and out for the count, you almost would have said, as it is Supremacy still trying to fight their way into the side, yet they are actually struggling.
Poseidon's gonna be so scared now because a goo mine will be taking him out. It will be killing him, and it's something you really don't want to happen. Now you have to assume there's not going to be 2 goo mines on that wall, but you never know if Yogurts is such a crazy human being that he's actually going to be going for that. Has to watch out for the evil eye as well, as it's literally 2 ticks and you're out. As the smoke grenades are going to get deployed. Evil Eyes, of course, can watch through. KSX then will be taking down Lion, and Supremacy seems to be able to possibly take the lead right here. But KSX and Poseidon are both low. Alive as well right now. Picks up one more frag. In the meantime, the diffuser is going down. Alive with the double. And that means we are 3-2 in favor of Supremacy.
I don't know how he just walks in with his rifle and his pistol, gets those kills in the end. And that means that it is the round in favor of Supremacy. There is a no sound bug on the side of XTreme Video Esports, meaning we'll go to a small rehost, but so far it's actually Supremacy bouncing back.
Yeah.
And again, after this round as well, no entry frag being lost by them. They've gotten every single one of them.
Yeah, and that's definitely showing off right now. Of course, the first 2 rounds went into favor of XTreme, but they are managing to actually win them now because of the maybe because of the entry frags, but Alive staying alive as well.
Yeah.
Making those kills later on in the round when they actually need it. 3-2 right now before rehost. So they are kind of safe. They have what they need for that first half. Of course, would prefer to get one more round.
Yeah, well, if they get one more, they'll be very happy.
Then they will be very happy because the defense is favored normally. But now, last time it was 3-3-3-3. Right now, we have 3 rounds already, 2, so could be 3-3 as well.
But we have to also say that in this Challenger League so far, it seems like attacking side is usually winning.
Yeah, somehow it seems like that, and I'm not sure if that's actually going to be the case. We'll have to wait for actual statistics to show that. But it definitely feels like that.
Yeah, it's weird. Maybe it's the teams just playing mainly on aim and maybe over-aggressing on the defense as well, as we've seen before. Quad C Fortress Gaming is one of the highlights for that in week 1. Afterwards, he really adapted. We gave him a hard time because of it. Of course, he listens to all of our feedback because we're kind spirits and we love him to bits. And he changed around. After that, Trust Gaming, their defense became way better. But the problem is, last week, they had a substitute, and that really messed up their defense as well.
Yeah, because they needed to draw out a fight like Eminem, so to say, to actually stay competitive with them. And the win against the XTreme Ricky squad, just forgot the name for a little bit, Goskilla. Or goes Gillen.
Getting there.
They needed a draw or a win out of that one as well. Instead, they left with 2 losers. Now drawed up with Vitality, the #1 team. So it shows the potential that they have.
If they're with the full lineup.
If they're with the full lineup and everybody doesn't return from a holiday like 10 minutes before the actual matchups.
Awkward.
So that's quite awkward indeed. So yeah, they do have the potential. They just need to be able to get it drawn out and actually show it.
Yeah, well, let's see if they will eventually do so. As we said, 3-2 in favor of Supremacy, who are playing on that offensive side. I didn't pay much attention to the bomb size we've played before. Is XTreme Video Esports now going to one-day favor or not? Yeah, I'm asking you the hard question.
I didn't write that down, but I think did they have Armory open? They didn't play Armory last year.
No.
So they could be going Armory right now. I think they are. Because the first 2 rounds they won.
Yeah, but they didn't go Armory in the first 2 rounds, right?
No, but like they won the first 2 rounds, so everything is open.
Yeah, that's true.
Questions. So they will have their preferred bomb site.
Questions for which we don't have answers. It's such a hard life as a caster because, well, we're quite simple. At least we're going to go back into the match. As we said, Supremacy is leading 3-2, and now they only need to win 4 more. Well, that's more than they have right now, so that's not just that simple as we say, as we now go to the last round of this first half.
And let's see how they will bring off on this last round. Whether they have some new tactics they can speak through. Because it's all or nothing right now. There's no more overtime, of course. So this is definitely going to be their last attacking round of today, as they have already
just sent a live in.
Yeah, just send them in. Just let them get kills, and that's how you win.
And just believe. Keep on dreaming. Hold on to that feeling. That's
beautifully.
See?
Is this part of your record?
Oh yes. I'm going to bring out my mixtape soon. Covers of your favorite singles. Favorite hits of the 80s, 90s. Everything millennials like. Adriana Grande. I got it covered. Don't you worry.
I think the Ubisoft PR manager is going to be a fan of that because he's an Ariana Grande fan. So
did you know our production guy would also buy?
Yeah.
And then again, if I would make merch, he would probably buy it as well.
Would he though?
So I would probably have to invest into making merch someday.
I mean, Diverse already designed the Tolder Hub patch, right?
Yeah. So let's make it work. Hey, everyone in the chat, are you already following us on Twitter? Because then you can actually find out all our bad pictures and interesting talks about the games.
If you ever want shit talk behind the scene, posting, then our Twitter is the way to go.
Well, let's see what this round will bring. Supremacy is, of course, banking on Alive to open up the score. Last time round, he didn't have to because Tactis did, but he died straight after, meaning XTreme Video Esports still had a capable chance of winning the round. They didn't though, meaning we eventually came to a 3-2 scoreline, and Supremacy can actually take the lead after this first half, despite starting on offense.
Yeah, definitely so, and look at all these vertical angles being created right here. In the meantime, the Supremacy already ready to take Armory control. We'll be knowing no one is going to be the half wall. Drones coming out will be, you know, just clarifying that for them, that this is completely clear, and the next target will be near the actual archives.
And the barbed wire as well will not really face a challenge. They can just punch through that. They know there's nobody right there. And so much pressure being put on by Supremacy, which is unanswered for by XTreme Video Esports. Now also some backs being spotted out, more players moving in towards this position, more wallbangs coming in, and Livin actually goes a little bit lower. Yet he will still be alive.
Yeah, will still be alive. In the meantime, KSX is moving in from different angles as well, trying to get a crossfire to exist. So far, barely any damage has been done by either of the teams. Just Livin with a slither of HP gone. Spoy now spots out a drone. Will be trying to take that one out, but just coming in from the side. Beautiful headshot to start things off. Once again, the entry for Supremacy, as they are looking to get that 4th round on the board right there. Potential wallbang going through. Actually, no damage being dealt once again, as Supremacy knows the around position of these players. Renshiro picks up one with the shotgun. Yogurts tries to get into a gunfight himself as well. Everybody just wants to be a part of it as castle barricades are now being opened up, and Supremacy is just locking XTreme out of their positions.
But again, no frag grenades to pull them really out of their positions, as just now takes down Rinshiro. It's back to a 4-on-3, meaning Supremacy is taking that lead, but still has to enter the bomb site with only 30 seconds left and still a smoke on the board. Livin has taken a little bit of damage early on by Alive, but still is standing and still has those smoke canisters to work with. And with 20 seconds left, that is very scary for Supremacy, and Yogurts is going for that flank.
Yeah, that's a good timing right here because he knows Supremacy has to actually go for that flank right there. Messes it up and actually is going to get picked up by Lion. As Tactis tries to rotate through, but in the meantime Poseidon got the plan down and no one was going to be there to counter it because they had top floor control. And that means that Supremacy is now in the after plan situation. Livin picks up Wando, who is somehow still playing on the top of that diffuser. And right now they have to watch out, they're not going to be losing it. It is all up to Judge together with Alive to make sure they will make this happen. Drop comes in from Livin. Could be coming in for the flank to potentially take down the Sophia, who is playing in that position. Gives away his position by shooting off that Claymore. Judge is aware of this. Will be picking up that frag. Turns around quickly though. Will be picking up another one. No, actually fails in doing so. It's all going to be up to Alive now in a one-on-one situation. But Lion doesn't have time to go for the defuse. And that means Supremacy will be winning round 6. Bringing it to 4-2 before side swap.
And who else than Alive can you put into a clutch situation? The man has gotten so many kills already, and he just knows what to do. This round was chaotic though. It could have gone either way so many times. Yet that man advantage really worked out wonders in the end for Supremacy. And I still am wondering why Poseidon was standing there.
Yeah, me too.
He was probably like, well, I'm on the diffuser. They'll probably never spot this position, right? Oh wait.
There is not a single way that would have been a good spot unless you
He
were
could have
already
gone
being
for the
shot
window.
at, so you can get out the window.
Yeah. But then still you would either risk going for a firefight instead of
Just take
standing
the
there.
firefight then, because you're gonna, people are upstairs, right?
Yeah.
You just heard them moving up there, so yeah. I don't know, but Supremacy now will be on the defense. We'll be picking up a Maestro to start off with. I believe the Mira was banned this time, so we will not be seeing it from Supremacy either. As this looks like a default hold that is existing right now due to the reinforcements that are being placed on the side of Supremacy.
Well, sometimes default is the way to go. As we also see the Maestro, of course, coming out. And actually, I'm going to be quite interested how Extreme Video Esports will take upon this side. Of course, Thermite is now banned, so those walls are a bit more troublesome to get through. And if those pellets will be destroyed somehow, it's going to be a very awkward battle for Extreme Video Esport.
Now, this is looking quite bad for Extreme, because you would expect them, with a Thermite ban, to at least get 3 rounds. Right now, Supremacy will be having the upper hand, knowing that there is no Thermite. They do have the bandit to just make sure those main walls are not going to get opened up. They only have Hibana to open up stuff, so no glory holes from Maverick. That could come to haunt them. As long as Juzz is going to be playing on the sandwich right there as he just moves us out. He could be protecting KSX from any X-Cars to come in, but it's going to be the good call after all, as Sledge is droning from upstairs. Most likely wanted to throw down some of those frag grenades through the little hole from above. Now will not be prompted to do so. As he spots out, no one is actually going to be on that position.
Really what you want to use IQ for, spot those default cameras, and so
yeah.
Lion does with great effectiveness. They are trying to go for more fights though, as Livin is now going to scan out that Valkyrie, knows exactly where he is, and hopes he will actually hunt for that drone. Unfortunately, he doesn't though, meaning still no damage being exchanged, yet shots are being fired.
Yeah, people are trying to pick each other off without exposing themselves too much, because, of course, that is the right thing to do. You don't want to overexpose yourselves trying to get a kill, but that will result in quite a long stall right here, as we are 5-on-5 still with 1 minute 20 left. In the meantime, though, Livin wants to go for the aggressive peek right here onto Poseidon, but Poseidon will come out on top as he finds out just in time. We'll be taking him out as well. Yogurts now goes for the drop right here, shortcut. Tries to stay safe, but Poseidon is aware of that as well. Picks up his second, and somehow Supremacy are right now in the lead vastly with 2-man advantage. C4 is going to get popped anytime soon. Poseidon with the third one of the round. Right now, down comes in from Juz. It's all going to be up to Renshiro now for the side of XTreme to try and salvage this round, but it's not going to be done whatsoever. I'm pretty sure Renshiro moves in, kills Poseidon. So that is going to be the start of his journey. C4 comes in, doesn't get the frag. In the meantime, Tactis is somehow just watching his teammates, even though Renshiro is on the other side of this wall. He'll be moving in anytime too far anytime soon, and that will be the case as soon as he grabs his EMP. Tactis is going to be there to take him out, and that means Supremacy will be getting up to 5-on-2 on this matchup.
I'm going to tell you another fact. Supremacy still yet to lose an opening frag.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Scary.
That's very scary indeed.
Like, I don't know how, but this time Poseidon, who should have probably died in that position, or at least would have been pressured out by something, won the first duel and won 2 more.
Like, he won the one with the drop as well, which is understandable because you hear him walking there, so you can prepare that. But like Beacon Livin was already pre-aiming him, so he was ready for that fight. The C4 kill is just beautifully thrown.
Just
it's
whatever
not really
you
a duel
want to
because
see. Yeah,
there was no chance he would be surviving that one. As soon as he saw that C4,
shoot it out of the air.
At this moment, I know I fucked up.
Well, let's see. It's 5-2 for Supremacy, getting close to at least that 1 point and possibly the map point. And so, XTreme Video Esports, who haven't had the best season so far, are again struggling, despite Hap actually giving them quite a big chance in this matchup.
Yeah.
But then
they will be taking this 7-4, but so far
they let you down on the defense.
They let me down on the defense. That kind of destroyed my analysis. I hope this is not going to be a sign for the rest of my analysis that I had
for the Pro League. That would be quite painful. After this match, of course, we still have another banger. That would be Trust Gaming taking on Actina Pact to close things out. But we still have this French rivalry to see who will be higher up the ranking after today. Supremacy leads again, going for a new setup with relatively the same operators. XTreme Video Esports favors that Lion on IQ again.
Yeah, let's see how this will be working out. As Supremacy, they have it in the bag right here. No stress whatsoever. They have 5 more defensive rounds ahead of them, at least. And only need 1 more round to be certain of 1 point. XTreme, on the other hand, they have to be very careful. They cannot allow any mistakes from happening if they want to take these full 3 points. Of course, ex-Pro League lineup has a lot of experience, so maybe that playing with a substitute is really hurting them right here.
Yeah, but like at the start, Lion was so strong. Then he really slowed down. So maybe, yeah, Lion.
Because they read his playstyle.
Yeah, like they know Lion is going to go aggressive and sometimes just stand in the same position and not really be so mobile. And eventually you can counter that with your utility. It seems like Supremacy did that. On the defense, though, it's something else entirely. But it seems like Lion is also moving solo instead of being with his teammates.
He's trying to do his job right, but of course, like being like a last-minute substitute is always going to be painful for you. And you don't know the strategy, and they will never tell you the full strategy unless you're like a full-time sub for the team. But just to take in mind, Supremacy has won 5 consecutive rounds so far.
But KSX has taken a lot of damage. How come? We don't know. But
still no entry frag.
Still no entry frag, and usually, usually it goes to Supremacy. This time though it goes to Voy, and that means things have turned upside down. And is this the dream coming true for XTreme Video Esports? It seems like it. Renshiro now takes down just as well, brings it to a 5-on-3, and KSX is, as we said, rather low.
Yeah, of course, has that low HP basically from the start of the round to work with, and no damage being done whatsoever by Supremacy as of yet. 40 seconds are going to be left on the clock. Voy will be watching this rotation hole, hoping that he can catch someone off guard. Now, I get news for him. It's not going to be happening. No one is actually near that position, so he will not be able to do anything useful from that position. However, He will be supporting. Oh, actually, as I say that, just someone moves in right there. That's a live gone. Yogurts picks up Poseidon as well. Living gets in with the plant. KZX, last one alive with just 1 HP. Deals some damage to Yogurts. Won't be able to pick him up. Did he get down? No, that was the prone. Just confusing stuff all around right there as C4 is going to get tossed in. Won't go down. Lion will be picking up that frag. And that will be bringing things to 5-3. After 5 consecutive rounds, XTreme finally put their third one on the board. I tried to fight back.
And, well, Foy is saying, let's go, James Bond is dead. I think he didn't have any kills yet. I was already wondering before, like, I don't see any kills, and now he finally did it.
007,
Foy is coming alive.
107.
And it's still 5-3, and they are still behind. Foy is at least getting hyped. It's something they need, maybe.
Yep, definitely. Like, he got kills right now and they win the round. So,
and they had the opening frag as well. I don't know exactly who did it.
I believe it was Foy.
Okay, I put down Renshiro because I didn't know for sure.
I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna believe you.
No, don't do that.
Oh yes.
I'm not sure.
Oh no, I'm just gonna believe you.
That's unlucky.
If he has 2 kills, I believe it's gonna be Foy. Otherwise, I'm gonna haunt you in your dreams. Well, it is going to still be the lead for Supremacy. The duck is now coming out as well as the alibi. And actually, Foy has 2 kills.
Yeah, but Renshiro has 3.
Yeah, okay. So maybe it's Renshiro. No, well, Renshiro at least got 1.
Let's just put down Yogurts. You never know, right?
Yeah, well,
he has 1.
He died the most times in the first deaths. Yeah, we'll give him this one.
We'll give him this one.
I'm
just
not
a
gonna
little bit
note
of
it,
positivity.
It's going to be a Twitch as well for Extreme Video Esports.
You're worried about the Twitch? I see an alibi.
Oh no, yeah, I said that before, but then we
Oh.
were talking about Yogurts being a hero and loving him to bits. I
Hero,
have Yogurts
hero.
in my breakfast because I make smoothies every day.
We had yogurt. No, I had yogurt in between this match and the last one.
Oh yeah, I bought you Yogurts.
Yeah.
So we are slightly biased towards Yogurts. Great guy, great taste. A little bit sour though, but let's hope he doesn't get salty.
I never taste sourness in yogurts.
Really?
No.
Oh, not even when you have like the normal yogurt.
No, it's not sour. I don't care what.
Erwin, do you agree with him?
Is yogurt sour? It's not right. Yeah.
Ah.
See, people are just.
I don't know, I'm just crazy. Well, Foy is doing the Panari cosplay. He's opening up walls left, right, and center, and he's saying, "Stop! It's hammer time."
It's just like Formula 1. Hammer time, hammer time. This is when they are going to be actually pushing and do their best job right here.
He's trying to say, "This is where your journeys end."
He moved 5 meters, and yeah, I got the joke you made right there.
Thank you.
I was gonna say he moved 5 meters and sledged like 7 times, so.
At least he's doing what he's meant to do: destroy every household he comes across. As Supremacy, as we said, is still in the lead, but now they seem to be struggling. Extreme Video Esports, though, isn't really hurrying that much to get into positions. The drones are not spotting out everyone, meaning they might be surprised. And I haven't really seen the alibi coming into effect just yet, but that is all into due time because both clones are still up.
Yeah, it's helping them to keep control of CCTV because those alibi. Look at it. Was he gonna go for that right now?
I'm not sure. It's so risky though. Tactis, you are a real man, and your cojones are still alive though with another opening frag. That is number 5 already, as Renshiro now falls.
Poseidon in the meantime picks up Voy as well, so Supremacy having 2-man advantage right there. C4 comes down, won't be taking anybody, and that means Poseidon will be falling to Livin. As he got a bit too aggressive after that C4 toss. Top floor control now given away to the side of Extreme. Question is, will they be able to use it? As I believe the alibi prismas have been removed by Lion, the IQ, and that means they will have nothing to worry about. Looks like everybody rotated down already. Oh no, actually alibi was still laying down there. Livin picks him up cleanly, and they don't have to worry about the prismas anymore. Back on a 3-on-3, but 30 seconds left, and top floor control try and make things happen. Not sure if they have the hatches open, because if that's not the case, you have to remove another like 6-7 seconds from the counter before they can open up the hatches. That one is open, so they don't have to worry about that one. Flashbangs are going to get tossed in. Yogurts picks up 1 frag, tries to get a second one right here, picks him up as well. And that brings it all up to a 1-on-3 situation for Tactis. Lion I mean, I have no clue what's happening. Somehow they make it work. Oh, and he dies at the last very second. Tactics with the double denied the diffuser, but Livin was going to be just quick enough right here to finish him off.
Oh my god, this round.
Oh, what?
I was just gonna say, how is Supremacy losing this? And then they bring it back like this one as well. Oh, I'm just gonna stand here.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the window was open for like 2 years already. And then with this plan as well, nobody's checking the angle where Tactics was playing. Very confusing to say the least. Luckily, they had a player with strong enough legs to run around and eventually make it into a 5-on-4.
Oof.
That's just crazy.
That is very crazy. And we are storming towards a draw once again.
Which I predicted, by the way.
Which you predicted. Or we are storming towards a 7-4, 7-5 scoreline.
Oh, which you predicted. Oh.
Ooh.
But you said it would be for Extreme Video Esports, so then I still have a...
True, but like 3 rounds. If they win 3 now, you know, they want 2 consecutive. Last time we had consecutive rounds, it was 5 on the side of Supremacy. So if they would be winning 5 consecutive rounds right now, we have a 5-7 scoreline.
And that would
It's not going to happen. I'm just blabbering stuff.
Yeah, if that would be the case, I would be very intrigued at how much salt Supremacy would be producing and consuming at the same time. Because that wouldn't be good for your mind. So far, though, they have shown to be the stronger side, and thus they are 1 round up. And they are still on the defense. Going back to Armory Lockers, as Poseidon was the man to shine from a corner there. And, well, let's see if he can get a triple kill again.
Yeah, let's see what he can do. He did have the entry frag once again last round.
No, it was alive.
Yeah, that's... Oh, I thought we were talking about live.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Poseidon.
We're talking about everybody.
You were just making notes for a junior fans.
I was just making notes. I was just editing stuff, and then you asked me questions. So
oh, Foy is actually spotting a target for his frag grenade. Will toss it down, and it will only tag just slightly. And so he will still remain. We'll try to wallbang a little bit. And actually, Yogurts has taken a little bit of damage, and I don't know if he was on the receiving end. But, well, it did work out.
Yeah. Pretty ironic though, just getting tagged down a small bit by that grenade.
Whilst being the Jaeger.
Now having an ADS to support himself, as Joris is ready. Just doesn't have to try to get up on those archive closets right now, because that's going to get him killed if he does so. Look at the line, pretty forward position already, trying to cut down any rotation, but he's worrying about the staircase, thinking someone could be moving up there any second, but we know that's not going to be the case so far yet. We do have those nice little overlays. EMP is going to get tossed in. This will most likely prompt Livin to deploy his Axe Kairos. ADSs are now going to get denied by that second EMP grenade, which will be putting KSX into the dark. Oh. There comes a grenade. Actually picks him up right there. Indicator kind of put him off guard right there, as that will be the opening frag for Extreme, this time on Voy.
Oh, wait, I was almost forgetting. Well, it is his second entry frag, as just now takes the refrag onto Yogurt. C4 does not hit his mark, and it is still a 4-on-4. Poseidon, though, very low, as he is roughly on 1 HP, and it is Extreme Video Esports. Actually, hitting each other.
A bit of team damage coming down right there, but nothing to worry about as of yet. 50 seconds. Supremacy has to hold on just a bit longer if they want to get that 1 point secured in so far. Of course, weren't able to pick up the last points right there as Tactis picks up Livin. Foy gets the trade kill onto Foy. Another one coming out from Tactis, and he has the diffuser as well. It's a 3-on-2 situation. Foy and Rinshiro, the 2 members left on Extreme, trying to make it happen. Rinshiro goes down, so up to Foy in a 1-on-3. This is going to be the 1 point round right there, and it's going to be just to finish things off. Right now, Supremacy is going to match point, as they are up 6-4, I believe.
Yes, that is correct. And the weird thing is, now that Extreme Video Esport actually takes the opening frag, they don't make it work. Tactis just getting 2 kills right here, dropping the diffuser as well. Very weird that it was on his lonesome. These 2 players right here as well not moving in. Is some miscommunication, some, well, misplay from Extreme Video Esport perhaps, because diffuser shouldn't be there on his lonesome.
No, the diffuser basically got rushed onto the site, and that's something that you don't want to do. You want to move the diffuser in last, not first.
Yeah. Or at least have those players coming in at a certain point to put more pressure, because Tactics was just able to move around whatever he wanted to do, got 2 kills, and eventually ruined the dream of Extreme Video Esport. Again, we see the alibi coming out for Supremacy, and let's see if Just won't get one tap this time.
Let's see about that, as we are having one more close game. And oh my, we've had so many today already. We had a 4-7, 6-6, and on the UK stream we had a 6-6 and a 5-7, I believe. So
yes,
right now only one round that could have been played hasn't been played yet. Whoa. And it could be 2 after this match.
Whoa.
So many rounds being played so far.
And that's why we're slightly behind schedule, but don't worry, after this match we'll still have our beloved Trust Gaming taking on Pact. Pact is still fighting for their first point in the Challenger League, despite ending 3rd last season.
Weren't able to take it against Endis and ran away with those points. The 7-5 scoreline basically stole all opportunity for points.
Wow.
And Alive is getting the entry frag. Look at that. Just a spawn peak coming down there in Yogurts. And once again, Yogurts dying first. Something that you 4 times now?
4 times, yes. As Liven now takes down Alive, though it is something to take back. But he loses half his life as well. Still, Alive should have probably not been there. Probably played a bit more cautious after getting that initial frag. But he already has had 6 in 10 rounds.
Just to defend that, right? Jaeger is useless after he puts down his X-Cars. His ADSs. There's nothing he can do after that except for shooting. So if you have to give away an operator,
especially to take down Yibana,
it's Jaeger, right? And you already took down the Zofia, which had full utility, which is a Claymore or breaching charges and some concussions and impacts. It just now takes down Line as well, IQ off the board. There was no other operator that you could have better traded out afterwards than Jaeger, utility-wise.
Well, and that means that Supremacy is now taking the lead once again. It is a 4-on-3 situation. Voy is coming in with that sledge, and he's opening more and more castle barricades. Yet they are a man down. Yet they don't know exactly where the players of Supremacy are. But luckily for them, there aren't too many roamers, as Ranchiro is maybe even able to get the angle onto a player.
He's sitting right behind the refrigerator right there. We'll be moving past. Right now they will be getting the knowledge that they are into the armory room, as Void grabs a frag onto Poseidon with a grenade. He's going to get tagged through the wall a little bit. He's unaware of the position where he actually got shot at. Right now sees that door is opened up, wants to move in just with his 2nd kill this round, takes down Ranchiro. That is going to be the Ash off the board as well. A little role swap I just noticed coming down right here on the side of Extreme, as Ranchiro is no longer playing on the Zofia. Over to the Ash. Something that went on the entire game right now only just comes to my mind. Liven picks up Juz, so we are still in a 2-on-2 situation. As a castle barricade is separating Tactis from KSX right there.
But he has an impact nade, right? So that
does have the impact nade and could go through the actual bomb site window if he wants to. But the one thing that puts them apart is those 2 members of Extreme are half HP.
But look at the time, 10 seconds left. It is Extreme Video Esport now having to force themselves upon the side. And they will. Oh no, the C4! It messed up! And the knife is coming in. Tactics, what are you doing? It's going to be the down from KSX. He will win the round, but Supremacy should have actually lost that. They threw it away almost, but they won it 7-4.
I'm gonna write that round down as what the hell.
Okay, what the hell? It's a very good analysis. Yeah. I don't know what just happened. We'll see that in the replays later on after this match, because that was most interesting.
That was definitely most interesting. And look at that. Who was the MVP for you?
I'm just going to say Alive.